He retires the first 16 he faces, taking a perfect game there in the sixth inning. Still early in the game, but are you thinking about it, the way he's getting quick outs and the way guys are swinging at his stuff?
I mean, I knew he hadn't given up anything yet, so I guess it's at least, on your mind, but I don't think you really get that caught up in it yet. You just realize how efficient he's being, and again, I just thought execution-wise really good.
He hit the 200 inning mark for the sixth time now in his career. What does that say about him, the way he's been able to remain so durable throughout his career?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, one of his great qualities, and something, again, over and over, I tell you, 365, how committed to his craft that he is, and part of that is making sure he's doing everything possible to give him the best opportunity to be able to post year in and year out. And I know it's something that's important to him. He takes a lot of pride in it. He takes a lot of it means a lot to him to be able to do that, and it's one of those signs of greatness to be able to do it over and over again and get to that kind of threshold. It's impressive.
Bob. Following up on Meredith's question, are there nights when pitchers, including this one, where a pitcher has such good stuff, control of all his pitches, that you say to yourself, unless he makes a mistake, nobody's going to get a hit off him tonight?
I don't know that I necessarily ever feel like that. I mean, because you're kind of grinding it out with them in a lot of ways, so you always know that kind of anything's possible, and you got good hitters over there. So I don't know that I look at it that way. I certainly am aware when he's got it going really well, but I don't get that feeling very often with guys like, it ain't happening tonight. Just because I'm in the grind, and every out's valuable as you're going through, and that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Well, he seemed to be winning like every at bat.
Yeah,
I mean, right?
I will say there was an outing a couple years ago. It might have been in the pandemic year it might have been 2020, when we were in Baltimore, and I had that feeling. I remember, like, he ended up. They got to him in like the sixth inning, put up a crooked number on him. That's the one time like I can remember like that, but it's so few and far between. Because again, like, even when you're in the fifth and you're in the sixth, and it's like, man, every out becomes valuable. Because man, you're getting to a point in the game when this may line up, and then all of a sudden he's getting deeper and deeper and putting you in a better spot. So you're in it and grinding with them.
Mark, to the right.
Aaron, I know you've been asked about the Cy Young a bunch, but did that feel like a statement game for that award from him?
A little bit. Like, I was aware, him walk, it hit me when he was walking off in the eighth, and I knew he was done. And being his last home regular season game, it popped in my mind for sure. And, I made sure, I wanted to get my hands on him and let him know just, how proud I was of him.
Dan and Barry.
Aaron, is it a little bittersweet, though, that, he's not going to be able to take this into the playoffs, and that you're not going to be able to take as much advantage of this season as you may have liked?
I mean, when you have Gerrit and pitching the way he is, and it hasn't lined up, behind that the way we expected, that's, I don't know if it's bitter, because, like, you're in the moment tonight, you're playing the Blue Jays, Garrett's going, a lot on the line, like, it's fun to be a part of that and watch that and be in it with them.
Barry.
So what's your feeling? I know with analytics and everything, 14 wins is not the level that the old Cy Young used to be judged upon. And even in the National League this year, you have Strider with 18 and Gallen with 16 and Steele with 16. Do you have a sense of where that marker is in today's game?
The win marker?
Yeah.
I think it's everything. I think didn't King Felix win it one year with like 10 the year he won it?
It was 13, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Lincecum won with 16 one year.
yeah. Look, I think that's going to vary year to year, and so much of that is dependent on the team. You know, when you add it all up, I think what's Gerrit now, 14-4. I mean, who knows what's our record in those games too? You know, as a team, I imagine it's pretty strong. The volume of innings, strikeouts to walks. You know, I mean, it's just add it all up, and it's, you know, it's hard to really put anyone else up against them at this point, I think.
Chris and Peter.
What made his slider so effective tonight? He registered 10 whiffs on 14 swings.
Is that what he got? I mean, it's always, you know, starts with the fastball, and then, you know, he got a lot of, you know, flailing swings at it. You don't usually see Bo that confused up there, and, you know, he really made some pitches to Bo and made him look not like Bo. So I don't know. I don't know if it was just the depth of the pitch, because it did look like he had really good depth on it. And I think the execution of everything else put him in a good spot to when he goes and executes in the lane he wants, you know, in that kind of away fastball lane, and then, you know, that's execution right there. I don't know if it was the profile of the slider or more the execution of it and where he wanted to, maybe a combo.
A little more like big picture with Cole. You know, this is his 4th season with the Yankees now, 200 innings again, over 30 starts again. How would you kind of just sum up these 4 years and just like the start of this tenure here?
Yeah, it's been everything you could have hoped for. He's been completely as advertised, and, you know, what we hoped when, you know, we started the recruiting process and flew to California and met with him. You know, this is what you kind of hope for, that he's been everything. He's gotten more and more comfortable here and within the organization in his role. And again, I admire how important it is to him to represent his team, this organization, being the ace of the staff for the New York Yankees. He takes that very seriously, and he lives that, and that's been fun to witness.
Back to Chris.
Last season, there was a lot of outside criticism with the amount of home runs he gave up. This season, he's now in the top 10 with home run rate. What do you feel like's changed for him with that?
A little. Again, I think it's a credit to him for like being obsessed and diving in. Like, you know, a little bit of that was unlucky last year, but some of it was, you know, certain executions and certain pitch choices and situations. And I think so he's made subtle adjustments game to game and within games. I think he's had a presence on the inside part of the plate more, which has been a factor. We've seen the cutter, even tonight, the cutter come into play in the second half of the season, but he hasn't been so dependent on necessarily fastball slider every time out. The curveball's been a feature pitch for him some nights. The changeup's played more of a role for him some nights. Being able to pitch in with the fastball has played a role for him. And then, you know, he and the guys doing the game plan and the catchers have just done a good job every 5 days of like, okay, developing our game plan going in this time, and then being able to be flexible and what do we got going on a given night, and riding that.